Hi, I'm Linda from Kinderbrations, and the other half of Kinderbrations is behind the camera today, Michelle.
And I'm Stephanie from Midnight in second grade, and we are going to talk today about how to take your passion and do something with it in your classroom.
Infuse it in your classroom. We're talking about teacher leaders and sharing their passion. So now that you know what your passion is, what do you do with it?
Well, what does that look like in your classroom? And what if your passion isn't school related? Don't worry, that's okay. We have some examples for you today about how to take your passion and what it looks like in your classroom no matter what your passion is. So we have a good friend, Beth, who teaches third grade with us, and her passion is bees. She is crazy passionate about bees. And she found ways to take that passion and turn it into project-based learning in her classroom so that her students can learn all about the bees, how to save the bees, and how to become beekeepers. And
she infused a lot with that. I mean, here's her passion, how to save bees, but she's got nonfiction writing in there. She's got reading all about nonfiction, doing close readings, everything you can, because it was authentic purpose for her kids to learn about these bees and what they need to do to save them. They even planted a pollinator garden. So bringing in all the different components of education. And it was her passion, bees. She did it with sea turtles a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And she's got students now, she's third grade, she's got students going into seventh grade that still love sea turtles, or kids from a couple of years ago that want to be beekeepers that have hives out at their property. So she's taking her passion and found a way to put it in the classroom.
Yeah, so she used project-based learning to help bring her passion into the classroom that way. So I am really creative. I love to create. I will create anything for anyone, anyone that will let me. I love to create. So I took my passion for creating and I started creating activities and grand events for my classroom to provide the teaching through something exciting, through some new creative way, some new thing that we were doing. So that I could share my passion of creating and still get the content across through that.
And Michelle and I, our passion actually came through the classroom. We started brainstorming and reading everything we could read and watching every Periscope out there on student engagement. And so our passion came out of that classroom where how are we going to engage these students? What kind of lessons can we create? What kind of classroom transformations can we make? What can we do to get our kids excited about coming to school? We had a little kid last year that didn't want to miss any school because she didn't want to miss an adventure. And so that's what our passion came out of the classroom. But as we're creating all these new things, then we also realize it's not only is our passion coming out of the classroom, but some of our own passions that we have outside of the classroom start creeping in. Michelle's this phenomenal singer, and so that's always been something she does outside of the classroom. I mean, she sings in the classroom and stuff, but her passion for singing and creating songs and movement at this point has stayed out of the classroom. But now she's bringing that in and creating songs for our kids and tying learning to that and tying different ABC songs to it and creating all these different songs. And then as we're creating these adventures for our kids and infusing the student engagement, then Michelle's also taking her design passion, designing things, creating lessons and clip art and all kinds of stuff that tie it all together for our kids. Now she's taken that passion to that design passion and infusing it in our classroom as well. So wherever your passion comes from, mm-hmm. outside of the classroom, bees, inside of the classroom, engagement, whatever it is, as long as you have it and you share it with your kids, then you're going to start that excitement. And that excitement, that piece of passion, when you're sharing that with your kids, it starts going everywhere. You start sharing it with any adult you can find.
Exactly. Your passion just starts to spew out of you, and your kids can sense it, and then they're excited because you're excited, and then other people start to become excited too. So that was kind of our next step, is that we were very excited in sharing our passions with each other. And then the next thing we were doing is we started sharing it with our school. So we're sharing it with other teachers and then presenting at staff meetings
and then going to and then people are hearing it, you know, at our staff meetings are saying, oh my gosh, I wish every teacher could hear this or experience this. And so then we had some opportunities to do some district training. I guess the bottom line is we can all be teacher leaders. We all have things to share. And that's one of the best things about our profession, is that the collaboration is probably the key to most everybody's success, is that you can put that together. But when you're being a teacher when you're a teacher leader and you're sharing your passion, oh my gosh, it not only helps others, it really it excites you too. I mean, there's not a Sunday night that I'm thinking, oh man, it's Monday. It's like, oh my gosh, it's Monday, I get to go back. So take your passion, put it in your classroom, and become teacher leaders.